has offered to teach a course that is very experimental. It will be hands-on. It will be experiential, to look at how we can continue to use digital media as a form of of further adventure in adult learning.
The interesting thing about this course is that it's all of you who are the experts about the topic. I'm basically doing this as a facilitator to get people to focus on something that's really taken for granted. And the biggest important part of this is that most of us, excuse me, when you think of learning, the immediate thing that's talked about is education. But 75 to 80% of all the learning that we do in our life is not of that form, and in fact it's going on all the time under the radar and oftentimes under your own awareness. So what I'm trying to do here is to actually have people begin to think about how you particularly learn things that are quite either complex, new, challenging, or in which you have to engage different parts of yourself in a way that you haven't done this before. And this ties into what Susan was talking about, certainly Alvaro, and Sharp Brains and all the research about what's important to keep the adult brain and kind of active, challenged, etc., is a lot about encountering areas of discomfort in a certain way or out of your comfort zone so that you can push yourself. So this course is going to be based around some principles. There are 12 brain-mind learning principles that generally apply to everybody, and then there are actually some core principles for adult learning in a theory called andragogy. It's not something most of you have probably heard about, but the late Malcolm Knowles was kind of the guru of this, realized that adults do learn and need to learn slightly differently. In addition to that, we're going to take the context of some very big problems. The 15 global challenges for humanity is a set of things that were brought up around the turn of the millennium in 2000 by a global kind of organization known as the Millennium Project. The first of them now is obviously the climate change and the issue of sustainability, et cetera. So this is going to tie into some possible resources we're going to hear about from Dan this afternoon. But in addition to that, the goal is for everybody to produce something that you've never done before. I've never done it before in the way we're going to be doing it, so it's a creative exercise, and it's to figure out how you map your own path through the complexity of information that comes into you, how you take advantage of that, and how especially you take advantage of other people. Because the social part of learning and this whole kind of thing called Web 2.0, or how people are contributing so much knowledge and not just getting it, is the essence of actually how most of us learn. So the goal at the end is all of you will have a new tool that you've never used before, at least one of a technological sort. All of you, and it may be groups, will have a product that actually is something about how you mapped and how you thought about this learning. And hopefully we'll all be able to share something that none of us had actually thought about when we came into this.
Great, thank
Thanks.
you.